I call the shots, I never call it quits. Trust my intuition, bet it's right and bitch it often is. Seen too many others come and go, they had the wrong intent. Do it out of love and never for it, then I watch it get bigger than expected. Don't second guess it, I let it set it. It's God's plan, we out here only accepting blessings. I'm stuck with it, this mindset is terminal. In and out different terminals, leveling up is personal. And I already made it, y'all can miss me. I smack my girl's ass, tell her pinch me. It's hard to believe I made something from nothing. No hindsight discussions, I've been writing, I love it.
Welcome to the 3 Gig Sports Podcast, where we are never wrong, just sometimes misinformed. We've got a full house in the garage tonight. How we doing, boys?
It's a little swampy.
Excellent day.
It's a little swampy.
It's a little warm. That air conditioner seems the same as...
Hey, we had one give out last night, so it's going to be feeling good here hopefully real soon. But it's going to take some cleaning. It was swampy in the control room. It's so bad.
Yeah.
I could definitely smell Rio's nuts. It was not good.
Well, you wouldn't get them off at your chin, so...
Still way beneath the nose. There's something in between there.
That's true.
The taint?
The nacho, man. Not your balls, not your ball.
Taint pussy, taint ass.
Oh, nacho. Okay.
Yeah, it's the nacho, man. That little spot, it's the nacho. Not your balls, not your ball.
Hold on. Let's talk about that for a second. You do... Like, you guys are on the same page that a taint is a woman, right? And the chode is a dude?
I've never heard of a chode. So, no, it's always been the taint.
Chode.
No, but I do know something. Like, if a male squeezes on their taint, it will stop them from finishing the story.
What?
Yeah.
There's not...
Danny, you trying this?
There's not too much that Myles hears that he doesn't try.
Yeah.
Right.
Or doesn't try and then
so
doesn't
it's
say.
Up, so you're saying it's backed up with evidence.
Yeah, that's what
I got you. I like it.
I played the fifth.
All right, Danny, we're starting this off a little bit different way. Me and Rio were talking the other night.
Were we?
Yeah, we were. And we said we had to bring it up to Danny right away.
Okay. Yeah, what was it?
We already know what his would be, so we can't even ask.
You know what? Honestly, I'm not sure where you're going because we had a lot of messed up conversations.
We had a lot of messed up conversations. But, Danny, if you had the choice, and
yes,
it's that everybody knows that you slept with a fat, nasty, stinky chick, or the other choice is people think that you had sex with a man.
Fat, nasty, stinky chick.
Which way you going, Myles?
I'm going to be accused of both either way. It doesn't matter.
It's true. It's true.
He's like the dude was with me with that chick. I was the piece of fucking. There was bread, that was bread, and I was the white meat right in between.
That's when we discovered the taint.
Okay.
You just reached back there and pinched it?
I didn't pinch it.
Oh. That's tough.
Okay, that was. I kind of knew that's where he'd go. Cause there's no
Yeah.
shot that he's going to be like, hey, this is the Ozark burly beard scene. Where
I haven't seen that,
Where I'm
but-
taking care of the
wow.
bearded. Where I'm taking
Yeah.
care of that FBI guy.
Yeah.
So random.
All right.
Have you ever seen that?
No, you told me about it like a
You
few
need-
weeks back or something,
You
but
need to watch Ozark. I can't believe
we only got like two or three episodes in, and then who knows what happened. So it does look really good, but
It is.
I mean, that's about...
I've not watched it either.
You're about like 10 minutes away from seeing it.
okay.
yeah. So angry too. It was so angry.
Yeah, I was angry. I was like, "What the hell? They got Billy Bob Thornton out here acting this way now."
I don't know how much more masculine you can get after you watch this part, because the dude is like a masculine like hillbilly in Missouri. I don't know how much more you can go.
And he's just fucking
without ever
throating
being,
or what?
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
like angrily,
Herf.
angrily.
It's no Lisa Love.
He's like, I'm not.
He does,
What?
he does make that clear.
What movie is that? The Other Guys, where they go to that dude with the beard's house and they're trying to get the chick's phone or whatever, and it's like Will Ferrell's ex, right?
Oh
He's
yeah.
like, you have sex with my wife, and he chases him down in the car. This Zach Galifianakis looking guy.
Yeah. But yeah, that's how I wanted to.
Yo, just go away.
We were throwing a few of them around, and that one.
Yeah, we had a few good ones.
Yeah, that was That wasn't a
That was relatively
think
easy.
about. Yeah, that wasn't
okay.
a,
Here,
have
I'll
too
give you
much
the
thought, I
other
guess.
one that's not too crazy. So you gotta bang this chick for the rest of your life. All right. So say she's got a face like 10, right? Beautiful, amazing, but everything else, and you get to bang this chick, missionary, right? So you have to look at the whole front side. So chick, beautiful face, a 10 up here, but like a piece of paper going down the body, like a 12-year-old boy just up here.
Ooh.
Fucking.
And it's looking rough at the bottom. Too.
Yeah, whatever. Or straight up negative up here, just the most disgusting and
Like
not
Quasimodo
beautiful,
type
right?
shit up top.
Has, possibly a 5 o'clock shadow and a beard. I don't know. But stacked, amazing, beautiful from neck down.
Like
Adam's
perfect.
apple down.
Like perfect.
No doubt. So we're not messing with Adam's apple.
See, this one was more difficult.
But yeah, this one does make you think, man. God, I feel like it's got to be missionary. You got to stare at it.
You have, yeah, exactly. It's missionary, so
I mean,
you gotta
with
stare at it.
with plan A, you get the face, but then the rest is like fuck. So you just got to stare in the eyes the whole time.
So you're in love.
So you're in love for
Okay.
sure. Or this fucking butt ugly. But I mean, I guess at least you could stare at the body and be like, all right, this is what I'm here for.
Yeah, right. I'm invested for everything below this.
Damn.
Is it dating? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Or
you
is
got to
it
be
just a
together.
one-time?
No, you got to be together.
Oh, dude, that makes my answer way easier. Then I was just thinking of it like a one
Okay.
time hit it and quit. it.
What's harder than the one-time hit it?
Dude, it's gotta go. I'm gonna go with the face then
Nah.
because you're not gonna see her naked like every moment of your life, you're right? So
Yeah, if it's a one-time thing, I could get behind that.
yeah,
But
If it's-
forever,
yeah, it's gotta be.
it's got to
It
be.
can't
the
be
body.
Quasimodo versus
right.
what'd you say, Scarlet Joe?
Yeah,
ScarJo?
yeah.
Well, I got a story for you then. So I had a
How's this tie into you sleeping with a man?
no, what? Ish. So we're in Cincinnati and we're going bar hopping, and my friend's brother-in-law just got out of jail because he refused to stop when the cops just wanted to check his credentials because he was running on the interstate. He wanted to go for a run that morning and ran on the interstate. So the cops, they tackled him. He made a big deal about it, because every bar we went to with him that night, he is literally cussing out every cop and having every confrontation with him that he can possibly have. So, mind you, I'm with my friend, his brother-in-law, and his sister. And so we all walk into this bar, and there's this girl, and everybody goes, damn, who's that, And then the guy gets out of jail, goes, I know who that is. Brian, you know who she is, don't you? Don't you? No, I don't, Brian says. And she turns around, and she has one eye completely gone. Completely. And, I mean, so you look at her body, you're like, whoa. And then you see her. I'm not putting her down or anything, but then you see that her eye's gone. And then the more you talk to her, you start, you're not really that cute.
Arg.
And yeah,
No.
Ironitis popping.
I don't give a shit. Yeah, throw that patch on, girl. We're good.
well, so here comes my friend's brother-in-law. He gets out. It's funny that you guys did that because he's like, "Hey, she still want that peg leg?" Like Brian's like, he's like, "What? What are you talking about?" He goes, "I don't know, man, but whatever happened last weekend, you should probably tell Myles." Myles, nothing happened. Sitting there at the bar for 10 minutes. Hi, Brian. How are you? Just starts talking, and I'm like, that fits into this because we all walk. Damn. And then the brother-in-law's like, nope. Already seen this done.
Man, you could get you some. You could find some treasure. This is a win-win, man.
Get you some treasure.
Right.
Why not?
And then he did go missing for a while. So.
What?
Yeah.
It was the first time I learned that in Cincinnati you do not go to a bathroom by yourself.
I think it's any big city, right?
Anymore, especially anymore. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
When was that?
Oh,
10, 15 years ago, something like that?
2014, 13, somewhere in there.
Oh, 10 years ago. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
and so we're at this bar, and I go, oh, I gotta pee, and he goes, give me your wallet. The brother-in-law does, and I'm like, I'm not giving you my wallet. And he goes, well, if you don't give me it, somebody else is gonna take it from you when you go in there. And I was like, what? He goes, yeah, I didn't want to say let's go to the bathroom together like a chick, but that's what's about to happen. So.
What you should do is have your friend go with you and then pretend to be fucking stealing it from you. So people are like, oh, that's already taken.
It's already handled. It's already handled.
See, after a certain point, I feel like when you're drinking with your boys, like y'all got the same piss timing anyway. After a couple beers, it's like every 15 minutes. Yep, all right, everybody gets up to take a piss. So it works out.
Kind of like, hey, you hitting the head? you going to?
Right.
But because that's one of the funnier, to me, it was one of the funnier Miller Lite commercials. You know, they used to do the sunglasses at night or whatever. Or
Oh, that's what you
sunglasses
were.
inside.
Okay.
And the other one's like right at the end of it. He's like, "Hey man, you ready to hit the head?" That commercial wouldn't even be able to fly today.
No.
Wouldn't be able to even fly.
Not at all, man.
But yeah. So just like a few years ago, we got some more Diggsy drama. Mr. Stefon Diggs showed up. He showed up to camp. Yeah, showed up to camp, and then he ended up leaving early that day. But Josh Allen is claiming it's partially, he's taking some of the blame. It's partially his fault. And saying that it isn't that it's a personality conflict between the two, but that there are things that could have gone better last year. Some examples he gave was incorporating him, as in Diggs, a little bit better in what we're doing here and getting him the ball or getting more involved in the game plan. He also said that it's related to teamwork and has to do more than just football. But he placed responsibility on himself. There's things that I could do better to help with the process and try to get him back here and be the Buffalo Bills that he's meant to be. I think we're just, as an organization, maybe not communicating the right way with everything. So again, just trying to talk and listen at the same time and hear him out. And like I said, just try to move this forward as quickly and as respectfully as possible.
He's probably really upset after they found out how much money they were willing to give Hopkins to come. That's probably what the real issue stems from.
He gets awfully fiery, whiny when the
He's
ball
sensitive.
isn't coming his way, though. In game.
Always.
He was still. It doesn't make sense. He was still second in the league in receptions last year.
Yeah.
It's not like he's not getting the ball.
Right.
He's the clear-cut number one. They don't have a number two. So he's the number one, but he's not even. I heard this take, I think, earlier this week where they were talking about this. If you think about it, and I love Diggs, he's probably not even the fifth best wide receiver in the NFL. He's probably in that 7 to 10 range, if you think about it. If you think about Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, from Vegas. I mean, when you really think about it,
where you would take him to say to win for a year. We'll say even for a year, not even for the career, because then you're putting age in this. You're right. He wouldn't be on my.
He's not even a guy. I don't think that I think okay. I got a one-on-one battle, and I'm sending him out, and he's coming out with the ball 100%.
I'm with you.
Like there's Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, DeAndre Hopkins, Devontae. I think would be in there for
I'll
me.
even throw your boy
Even
CD in there
100%.
too.
Yeah, CD.
I feel like because usually you go with the 50-50 part, right? And then you want that guy that gets that edge, so it's more like 60-40, right? I'm with you, so I don't think that he is. Those other
just
guys.
think, we haven't even gone that deep yet, and we haven't mentioned Tyreek or
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp, right?
Right. Yeah.
So he could be closer to 10 as far as that's concerned. So I just feel like there's a lot of whining where he's really
Yeah,
at.
I think just not winning, I think, is his deal.
Awfully spoiled when it comes to that part, though, because you've been basically winning you've won way more games in your NFL career than you have lost.
Yeah, I bet it's partially because of that, and probably because they're probably more. Josh Allen is more involved in all the aspects of what's going on, and Diggs isn't, because Josh Allen's the face of the franchise, right? He's going to be there. He's going to be there for his pretty much his career, most likely, and Diggs won't be,
Right.
So yeah, I'm guessing that's probably what it is.
Not to fully bash on my guy Diggs, because he's one hell of a route runner. He is one of the top 5 route runners. He's definitely, I'd say, top 7 in hands. He has some of the best hands that there are, right? But where you're saying the chance of him coming down, it's the 50-50. It's more, you're not going to him because he's going to figure out a way to get open. And that's me saying that as a witness to one of the greatest plays in NFL history,
now you're thinking.
Minneapolis Miracle, right? Nobody knew for a fact it was going that way. Adam Thielen was the one that was moving them down the field, right? You know what I'm saying? So it isn't like he was a clear-cut one and everyone knows he's getting the ball right there.
It was Case Keenum, by the way.
It was Case Keenum?
Yeah,
He's a Texas quarterback at one point.
he moved that ball.
As in the state of Texas.
You guys are missing it, though. You're saying that if he's not somebody you would throw the 50-50 ball to all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That one play alone is the reason I am throwing him every 50-50 ball with
He didn't do anything.
with a fourth down conversion.
He didn't do anything.
I know that guy makes a proper tackle. They don't make it. I understand that.
Yeah,
But
he
he still made that catch.
It was routine. I think it was routine.
The routine part it was not.
It was routine. If the guy
he had to jump out of the building for that ball.
Yeah,
you can watch the replay on this.
But routine as for a wide receiver in the NFL, jump up and catch the ball.
And then keep his balance and then get the speed back.
I don't think you're talking about the same play. I don't think you're talking about the same play.
Yeah, it was the bomb that old boy should have lit him up, but he totally whiffed, and the guy wasn't.
He tucked his
head.
He
just wasn't touched.
He did, but I don't think he was going to hit him anyway.
Oh boy, he didn't get touched at all.
I think the rules played more than than anything. I don't think he actually whiffed. I think he got into his head thinking about the
right. He was going to be
That's
if he hit him
But he jumped out of the building for that ball. That wasn't like on the money. It was
right.
in the
Yeah, but I
vicinity.
mean, as a wide receiver, I think that's expected. You're supposed to jump high and catch the ball.
They don't all do it. We just named
that
only
high?
10 that could probably.
I mean, have you seen the still
I'm
image
talking
of that
right,
catch?
but it wasn't contested. He just jumped up and got the ball. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
contested. It wasn't.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying I don't think it was.
Yeah,
anything.
He didn't have a guy straight up on him.
Exactly.
That's what you wanted.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't. He just jumped up and caught the ball, and there was no contest. It's one thing if
one of the corners is right up in there.
Right. If somebody is right up there with him, and he comes down, rips it from him, takes off.
You mean like what JJ did?
Yeah. Yeah. Was that last year? Yeah. Yeah, like that.
Against the
That's what
Bills,
I'm
by the
saying.
way.
Yeah.
Against
that's
the
right.
said
It was.
Bills.
Yeah. So
that's
something
why
like
he's
that.
so pissed. He's like, motherfucker, they're gunning for that guy. I'm like, you were in Minnesota, bitch.
Right. Yeah. So I don't. And that aspect, that play doesn't. It was a wild play just because how it ended the game. It wasn't a wild like he made a fabulous, fantastic. Wide receiver is supposed to jump and catch the ball. He wasn't touched. He didn't rip it away from anybody.
How many
take off?
How many fourth down conversions did he get last year, though?
No idea.
I'm saying
how many? How many did he get?
I'm saying if they did. 50,
how many did he get?
He got 32 of them.
Did he?
No, I'm saying if they went for 50 of them, he got 32 of them, because I know they had the highest success rate. They ended the year with the highest success rate.
Yeah, they go. That's the thing. They go for it all the time, though.
And they also didn't end up keeping their punter, so they didn't really have a good punter. If you remember this,
yeah, was that
San Diego State punter?
I thought it was a
That's
field goal kicker. Didn't they have a field goal kicker issue there too?
Was it them?
No, it wasn't them.
Okay.
Nope, it wasn't them.
Somebody had a
that.
kicker. But yeah.
Who was it that did have the kicker issues? The Chargers. I think it was the Chargers. Yeah,
That's
because,
why. Oh,
because
yeah,
they
that's
brought
why they
in
wouldn't.
Dicker.
That's why they would never go.
Was it Chargers?
Yeah, because they brought in Dicker.
Or that's why they end up always having to go for it.
I was trying to see.
Yeah, that and their coach sucks. I mean, there's that.
That too.
Red zone percentage, touchdown conversion. I wanted to see if they had the fourth.
You would have
But
to
they
look
had
up the team stats, not player stats, and then it might be able to break it down that way.
Okay, but either way,
I'll just Google
the drama just follows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't know. They went through a lot. They ponied up some to get that man, right? They needed a clear-cut number one. He is a clear-cut number one receiver. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
right?
especially who they have. Yeah.
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
100%.
They have respected him in every aspect. They've paid him. They in fact on one of them, they fire this rocket at him. You just said I think he's been number one or number two or he's been in the top 3 in receptions last
He gets targeted.
years that he's there. Yeah, he gets
Probably since he's been there, right?
right.
Yeah.
So if anything, you should either look yourself in the mirror. Then if you're targeted that much and you're getting that many receptions, but you guys are falling short, maybe you should target yourself a little bit by maybe even going less away from you at some point. Like I'm not talking about like all the time. Like you still need to keep your best receiver, your best players involved in the game, but they don't have horrible receivers.
I think what hurts the Bills and not committing to running the ball.
I think it is too.
I think they have instead they will pass and let Josh Allen run the ball. I think that's their problem.
I agree
There is no 100 legit like, hey, they could play Smash Mouth on us. You know, there's
So I was looking up that stat, but I come across Pro NFL's 2023 best wide receivers in the NFL.
Mhm.
Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins.
Interesting.
He's still third.
Yeah, if you look at his stats, what he put up and how many games he missed last year, he still put up like what 700, 800, 900 yards, and he missed like 7 games. He still was targeted heavily in the end zone. He still ended up with like, 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns, whatever the hell it was.
and technically they had a lot of receivers.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. And you had Kyler. He missed the last
Oh yeah,
few games also. So you still had
Dinking
McCoy,
duck quarterbacks,
and then McCoy got hurt, and then they had whoever throwing it back there.
yeah.
But
I actually think it hurts the Bills that they don't have a clear-cut number 2 wide receiver. It's almost like they've got a lot of talent, but they don't have anybody that if it's not Diggs, it's this guy, so they can hone in on that guy too.
Yeah.
They have besides Dawson Knox, right? They have 2 or 3 guys that they're not consistent. They could get the ball whenever. I don't know. I think there's a lot that hurt the Bills. The running game's true, but I'm thinking about the number 2 as well.
that one I disagree with. I think Gabriel Davis is a perfect number 2. I really do. I think he is the number 2.
I don't disagree that he should be, but he's not. I don't think he's.
How do you determine it though? Because he doesn't get enough targets because they're all going to Diggs' side. I mean, I think when Gabe Davis gets the ball, he turns into like magic. He turns those into 170 yards and 3 touchdowns. If that's not a number 2, I don't know what a number 2 is. That's maybe they're targeting Stefon too much, and you don't know that he's the number 2.
Right, agreed.
Because I think he is the number 2. I think Diggs demands the ball so much that you don't know that he's number 2. That's what I mean. I think they have a number 2. They have the receivers for days. I think they have it way further ahead than what people give them respect or love for. I think it's mainly the targets going to Diggs, and then I think it's the running game. Because they even when Singletary was doing fine, they would run away from him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They never gave Zach Moss a real shot at any point. Like, that was a joke, right?
Yeah.
And who else? They brought somebody else in too.
They just drafted that. Boy's brother.
Cook.
Yes. Yeah.
Cook, and then they started giving him the ball a little bit. That was like, oh, he's got a little something. But then they only have like what? Running back core in general only has like 18 carries a game or some shit like that. There's no commitment there. They put it all in Josh Allen's. That is an internal thing. That is how you're structured, I believe, as a team. So I guess I just
running the ball would help your receivers get open. I mean,
yeah. Maybe I turned my mind a little bit. Maybe Diggs is quite a crybaby, and I understand that, but maybe there is something internally that it's like, hold on, we can do better versions of our offense. But
yeah, I don't know, because it's not like because it just makes you think back to the Des Bryant. Like, they would never, Des Bryant and the Cowboys, they would never really scheme him to get him open, right? He would just line up outside. That was it. That's what they were doing that with Amari Cooper for a little bit, and then finally they changed and started scheming him across the formation and getting him open.
Yeah.
And then they've done that with CeeDee Lamb. But Diggs, they're using him. So, yeah, maybe it is something a little more personal in there.
Yeah, I feel like there's a little something. Because all the great coaches, all the great offensive minds find a way. Like, we beat down on the obvious ones. Like, look what Cooper Kupp's jump was from what he was to when McVay came in. They'd play, their offense would move him around to get him open, right?
Yeah.
Same thing with Justin Jefferson. They move him around to get him open. It's all scheme. I don't know. I think they put a lot into Josh Allen, and it just hasn't quite. And when you have that happen and you lose, and it feels like you're so close, I think it does tend to bubble up. But it is Diggs, so he has cried his way out of stuff. And I don't know if he should be. You also won 1 million games. Like, it isn't like you guys are on a losing team. It isn't like you. I don't even know if he knows what
right. You're close.
Is. Hey, you're on the cusp.
Right.
What can you do? Maybe it's at that point where what can you do more? Like, what else can you do? Can you set a block a little bit better for the run game for those 18 runs a game? Yeah. Can you do something like that? I don't know. Maybe at some point you just look yourself in the mirror, right?
Yeah, because chances are if he's falling behind Josh Allen, protecting him on a run, Josh is going to fumble it. So there's your chance to get the ball more.
That was part of their problem last year too. A lot of what was they turned the ball over. We brought this stat up last year.
Yeah, it's
more
something
than
crazy.
more than the first downs they had by they went on a 3-game stretch.
It was in the teens percentage wise, wasn't it? Like that's how many turnovers they'd have per possession.
Yeah,
It was something like that. I can't remember what the number was.
I could have swore it was like, I thought it was something to do with first downs compared. Like they had more turnovers than they had first downs, like on a 3-game stretch.
Yeah, it was something crazy.
Yeah, something insane.
Turned the ball over a lot.
Did you guys see? Obviously, if you haven't by now, found out that the Nuggets have won their first NBA championship.
Yep. Congrats.
We were all right. They wrapped her up. It was 4-1.
Yep.
He put everything kind of on the floor in that final one. Try to at least keep it respectable.
Mm-hmm.
But what the more interesting part is Jokic's interviews afterwards. Did you guys watch any of them? Did you guys watch
Yeah, little bits and pieces.
the bits and pieces about the?
He
So
was
he's asked.
disappointed
He's like,
about
"I'm ready to
that.
go home." He's like, They're like, "What are you excited about?" This is on the floor first because he went through a few of these, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the floor, he's like, he was asked by the reporter, like, talk about your feelings right now and stuff like that, and like, what's going on in your head? And he's like, the job is done. I can go home, or we can go home. Maybe he said we can go home. Well, he kind of took it as like a chuckle because I said my phone was blowing up, probably the same as your guys. The Bleacher Report's like he's pouring beer on people and all kinds of stuff, right? But then he has to sit down for the one where he's sitting actually at the desk, and he finds out that he can't go home right then, and he has to wait until Thursday's championship parade, and he can go home Friday. He's like, "Oh no, can't go home," and you find out he's a regular guy because he said he hates, basically so many words. I don't know how you guys took it, that he hates his job.
Did you see the one where there's some tennis player and they're from the same country or whatever, and they're like, is Slovakia or wherever they're from is it the powerhouse right now? And he goes, of course. And then they go, has this said guy text you to congratulate you? He goes, hold on, let me check. And he like pulls his phone out and he goes, oh no, I'm not opening that. I turned phone off. Too many.
Too many.
Yeah, just see that.
So he has this one right here.
What you are feeling right now, and if you're looking forward to a parade coming up in Denver.
Men's parade.
Thursday.
No. I need to go home. Okay.
Well, he also has a horse race coming up. I didn't know this dude. He's what, 7'1"? It's a horse race where he has to prep his horse. Evidently, I think it's like Saturday or Sunday is the race. And
Have you? No, I think it's Sunday.
is it Sunday?
Have you seen the one about his locker?
No.
So he's got these 2 MVPs, right?
Yeah.
And in his locker, there's only one trophy that's not hidden, and it's from his horse winning a race, and it's like right on the front of his locker. It's it's like a big ribbon, like on the Kentucky Derby, but it's a big ribbon, and he has to, like, if he goes to open up his locker, that's where it's at. And then they said his 2 MVPs are in the back with dirty clothes on them. Like, he doesn't even care.
That is just so weird, is it not? That he plays that ridiculous. Danny was talking about like how stupid special it is to watch him play. Like, so you got to sit down and actually watch Jokic and the Nuggets play. And to know that he doesn't even care, there's no way that he puts I'm not saying he has to put forth everything, but if your mind is somewhere else, you think about your family and stuff like that. God, how much better could he be even if all that, if basketball was everything? Let's put it like that. If basketball was everything, how much more important he could be?
Well,
Better.
What about the one where he they gave him his stat line for the final game, and he's like, you're the 4th player to ever record this stat line, and it was like
24, 12, and 4, right?
Yeah, and he goes, 4th person. What? That's not even that good. Like, he's like, what? Pretty much, and
He's
it's.
like, oh,
But he's up there
don't know what
with
to say
like.
to it.
He's up there with like who was it? LeBron.
I think it was Tim Duncan.
There you go.
And God, I can't remember who the other one was either.
Yeah,
but there was no.
Was it Tim? I could be wrong. I'm not even gonna say it.
Smart one.
Are you talking about the 30, 12, and however many assists he averaged over the finals?
No, they
No.
were just talking about that one game. It was
Yeah.
24, 12, and 4. And he's like, that's not even. He basically said that's not even impressive. He's like, I don't even know what to say to that.
Yeah, he's like, why is
I'm
this
only
a
the
question?
fourth person. He's like, I'm only the fourth person to do that. Like, he was unimpressed.
Yeah, I didn't realize that one. His stat line over the course of the finals, only Mike and Kobe did it.
What was it again?
Over 30 points, 12 rebounds, and I can't remember whatever his assist average was,
Must
if it was
be
like 8 or something.
8, 9.
Yeah, only Mike and Kobe did that. So that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching his IQ
That's-
plays on TikTok, and anytime somebody's out of bounds, like close to him, he just goes, "Here, you take ball." Like when they're going out of bounds, he just take it. I don't know. I thought it was funny. There was like 10 of them where he did it this year.
Yeah, absolutely. The quick small note: chances that they repeat.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, gonna be up there for sure.
See if this unicorn ends up at Sacramento.
You're talking about when that's
guy.
who got it? No,
San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not
It's San
Sacramento.
Antonio. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Spurs. The Spurs.
Wembenyama.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be enough for them to go to compete with him for a championship.
I seen he signed his very first sports card for Panini, and he signed, "This is my first signed card" on it. So that card's gonna be like millions.
It might be worth millions right now if they just throw it up. Honestly,
Nobody's
before he plays the game and he becomes not good.
Nobody's open. Yeah, nobody's
A
open.
bust?
Nobody's opened it yet. And I missed.
Oh,
out.
he signed it for Panini. He didn't sign it for somebody.
No, he signed it for Panini to
I
go in a
got you.
pack, and
I
then
got
people
you.
will open it.
Yeah.
But then I seen so that De La Cruz for the Cincinnati Reds.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently there's this thing where you can buy virtual sports cards.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it, but you could have bought him for like, let's say it was 200 gold coins. Some guy bought like 80 of them, and now it's worth like $500,000.
What?
Yeah. He just
Those virtual sports cards I took as a massive joke.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I
you-
really did. Because I saw, like, we know a guy, his Cox, that did some of those too. That got some of those. I'm like, so you don't actually physically own something, right? That bugs me. It bugs me about video games to this day. That you have a disc, but you don't really use the disc, and sometimes you don't even have the disc. They just give you the card, right?
Right.
I'm like, it's so weird to not have a physical thing for something when you buy it. I'm like, so
At any point, they could just be like, "Poof, you don't have that anymore."
right, absolutely. You don't physically have something,
Right.
so I can't sell it.
You just exposed the government in 10 seconds.
You're welcome.
Absolutely. But and then other big breaking news was Nunez retires
Yep.
after her dominating victory. Evidently, Juliana Pena
Mhm.
said that she wanted to storm the cage as she announced the retirement because they are 1-on-1
Right.
against each other. The last one was pretty dominating fashion, right? I mean, it was decision, but there was no doubt in your mind, right?
Right. Yep.
And the first one was more like shock of the world, right?
Yeah.
So
It was a throne fight. They're like, all right before I, leave and retire, we'll, the odds are heavily in my favor. We'll throw it your way. We'll bet tons of money on you, make tons of bank, baby, and then come back, whatever, retire as a double champ, and it's all good.
The odds were insane in that fight. Do you remember?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
like
was
negative 4,000 or
At
something like
least,
that.
yeah.
It was something stupid.
So what was it to pick Pena though?
I don't
Was
remember.
it +4?
Yeah, it was something stupid.
No, it's
Yeah.
probably like 2,400.
It was something stupid still.
Yeah.
I mean,
2,200 sounds right.
Because
Though.
Vegas lost their ass on that.
oh,
right?
yeah.
Like there was so much money.
Mm-hmm.
That was the Brazilian. Is she Brazilian?
I think so.
That was the one I won then. That was the big bet I won. But I thought she was against that cyborg.
Well, she murdered Cyborg. That
Yeah.
was like seconds. That's
That
where you
was
found out
years.
Pena.
That was years ago.
Yeah, and Pena
Oh.
murdered her in like seconds.
Okay.
That's where he found out that was one bad woman because Cyborg was like the clear cut, can't be touched.
Looked like she couldn't be too.
Yeah, she was cocked.
I seen this TikTok video the other day. This guy's on. He goes, "Follow me for more sports betting advice," and then he's going through it and he goes, "Well, with all this, people being able to choose their sex and what sports they play, I'm looking for all the males on the women's leagues," and he's driving around in a Rolls Royce.
Shut up.
Just so much money.
Yeah.
Like what?
It feels weird hearing that Nunez is retired, though, right?
Yeah.
Not weird. I mean, you knew it eventually happened. You knew the weight cuts were horrible for her. They can't fill the divisions, get enough girls. It almost became uninteresting watching her go in and just beat the shit out of another girl.
So
besides the one.
So the GOAT.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
The GOAT.
So there's no other conversation. GOAT.
No other
Okay.
conversation. My biggest question is, what happens now? It was
Right.
kind of besides her, she'd be.
Was it Shevchenko? I know different weight class. I just mean like for the face of the female.
Yeah, probably, and she's kind of been there a while, so that's good. Just opens the door for somebody else,
Well, she's gonna go WWE.
That's gonna start something like ugly for like. Let's say it's Juliana Pena, right? Let's say that she comes in, she takes this, and she kind of takes the reins, and for a while, it's still gonna be across your mind that it was the same thing that with Daniel Cormier, right? You could never beat John Jones. Yeah, she did beat, but then she dominated you the very next fight, and you never got a shot to show that that wasn't just a sploof. You didn't just catch her on a bad time. I do believe it was after a kid too, like all that stuff. So that'll always like kind of if it ends up being her, it would always kind of like follow her.
Yeah, agreed, man. What else? Max Holloway said he is thinking about moving up to 155, and he threw out the trilogy with Dustin Poirier because they fought a couple times before, or fighting Oliveira. I thought that was kind of cool. It'd be nice to see him move up and change things up. But the bigger thing that I heard, or that you guys probably saw too, was it sounds like Dana wants Oliveira and Islam too, and it seems like that would happen in October.
Yeah.
What do you guys think if that were to happen?
Yeah, that would be very interesting.
Khabib won't do it. Khabib won't let him do it.
Interesting, I say. Kind of, sort of, but I don't know if y'all know this, that right now the Ultimate Fighter is going on. Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor. Usually what happens at the end of the season of Ultimate Fighter? What do the coaches do? They fight. Guess what's not signed yet?
Their fight, their deal.
Correct.
All because of the U.S.
The contract to fight. No. Just hasn't signed.
That's because he has to.
No, he's been in the testing pool.
Yeah.
He's been because he wants to fight.
No,
Okay.
He's been
No.
in the testing
Yeah,
pool.
no, he's
yeah,
not.
yeah, he's been back in the testing pool.
No, I just read this today. He has 6 days to get into the pool. Otherwise, the fight can't happen. He's not in the pool yet.
Oh,
Yeah,
see, because
that's
they were
what's
talking
going on.
about he jumped in, but they hadn't decided on a weight yet.
No, he hasn't jumped in yet
Okay.
at all. He
Okay.
has 6 days left. That's how short a time.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
he's out there killing fucking mascots right now, so at least he's training.
So what I
Oh,
saw was
shit.
that his weight is like crazy right now.
That I believe that too.
So he threw out like 185, and he's like, "Well, that can't happen." Like,
it's too much.
right?
Yeah.
That no, and so that's kind of been the haggle. So
I'm sure he's as much as he can delay getting off the juice, man. Like I'm
Yeah.
sure that's part of it. Because that man just got so jacked right away when he left.
did.
You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was definitely the
and
good
maybe it's a
old-fashioned,
little, yeah,
right?
but yeah, apparently weight is he threw 185 at Dana, and Dana was like, "Yeah, what, no, what the fuck?"
Yeah. Chandler's small, bro. He's
Yeah.
what the fuck.
Well, I mean, with all the water weight, I'm sure it'd be fine, but like that means nothing for any. Like that's
Oh,
what
the
does that
whole
do?
catch weight thing? Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I
What
get
does
you.
that do
Yep.
for anybody?
Yep.
That does absolutely nothing. What does either of you get out of fighting at that weight.
If,
You know,
Yeah.
If
Money.
he makes it by the deadline, I think.
right?
the
But you
last
can't
date
even
of-
really sell it though.
is,
It means nothing. It's a fight that literally means nothing for 185 weight class.
Yeah.
It means nothing for if you cut down to 155. It has no meaning
Yeah.
because you're 30 pounds up.
Maybe this is where they finally
Yeah.
had a weight class right in there.
It'll be a December 31st fight if he makes it on the
Yep.
cutoff date.
Exactly.
I can't see. So just to be transparent, I'm not seeing one where it says that he's not in it. The most current article I can find was May 19th, and it said that he was going to go in immediately.
No, he's still not in it because that's the holdup.
Is to re-enter pool immediately. That was I'm just saying to say. I'm not saying you guys are wrong. Anything. What I'm saying is every article I'm finding, the most recent one was May 19th, and that he was supposed to re-enter immediately on May 19th is when that article was, and there's a bunch of them.
It still says that.
Yeah, we'll find it. We'll put it up.
But
yeah.
either way, I'm with you. He's huge. I mean, he's huge, and he got unhealthily huge
Yeah.
pretty damn quick. So there's no way he would be passing anything.
Yep.
Right here.
Yeah.
But Rio, since we're on UFC, here's something that annoys the shit out of me. When people have been here for like a moment and they win a couple fights, they get a belt, then they feel like, I'm gonna go be a double champ and move up to another weight class.
Right.
Like I can't stand that shit, and that's what Islam's trying to do right now. For the record, like he basically saying he wants to move up and fight Leon because he thinks he could beat him, which he probably fucking could.
Right.
Yeah.
To be honest, but
You gotta
like,
defend your belt.
yeah,
Like Volkanovski, he's wiping everybody at 45. Going to 55 makes a lot of sense.
yeah,
You know.
Right. Everyone had plenty of a stab at it to get it, so
Right.
at least it's not like you're just
Yeah, and he's
shortchanging.
He's rolling through motherfuckers, right? It's not even close. He's beating the fuck out of everybody.
yeah. Even Oliveira before he fought Islam, he fought all the top guys.
Yeah.
Beat them all up
Yep.
before they fought. You know,
And
like,
that's where they show that they care way, way, way more about the money than they care about the actual.
Yeah, 100%.
When it comes to that, because I don't think that's right. Either way, like, so you take the belt and it can't be touched by anybody else because you're going up here to fight in another one, and you get banged up. I think regardless, you're still not fighting. What, you're only fighting every 6 months, regardless, right?
Oh wait.
about
ish.
yeah,
Maybe you squeeze 3 in a year, which is a crazy busy year, right?
right.
Chances that you actually get back to that division where people were putting in work and shit like that, and you took it once.
Yep.
So there was a way for Connor to get around the USDA testing. They can fast track it somehow, or they don't have the fight in America.
No, that's not true. You still have to get tested in the regard wherever you fight.
Yeah.
But the regulations are different where he gets tested at though. So
The
let's
time
say,
period, like how long? is
Yeah,
that what you mean?
I think the time falls off, or what you're allowed to test positive for changes. One of the two.
I know that they could fight in Abu Dhabi.
That's
Or
what I was getting ready
Dubai.
to say.
Dubai without because they didn't have the COVID restrictions.
I do
We
remember
that,
reading
so.
something about like basically the timing doesn't matter. If Dana ultimately approved, he could get him in there as far as the timing goes. But I don't know about the location. I don't think that's right, man.
Okay.
Because they
That's
still have to be in the pool, even if they fight anywhere
Well-
else in the world.
Well, he has to have some sort of
Yeah.
pool like that. Anytime he pulled Brock Lesnar in there, come on, brother. There's no way he was in the USADA pool for fucking. when
Well,
he would
no,
go-
so
and then
what-
he'd fail his.
That's
fucking
why
shit.
that's why Mark Hunt was suing the UFC because they come to him and said, sign this waiver that says that you're agreeing to fight
Oh
him.
shit, I forgot about that.
I don't know if you
Yeah.
forgot about the mark. They pushed
Okay.
it and fucking rode
Well,
him underneath the
that's
fucking rug.
But that's
Boom.
what I'm trying to get at. So maybe they can do
Yeah.
the same thing because Chandler wants a payday.
Because he would have to sign it, and that's what happened to Mark Hunt when he fought him, and he, claimed brain damage. But what happened? He signed the fucking, here's his paper. He's not going to be in the testing pool for the 6 months that's you're supposed to be, but you're going to get mass payday. He signed it. That's why when they went to court, he didn't get shit.
and you shouldn't. You signed it.
Yep. He
Yep.
You
signed
got
the
paid.
he signed. Yep. He signed the
Right?
deal.
You're
fucking-
signing a deal with the devil. What do we say? We all said that we jump in the UFC ring,
Yep.
get worked with like some mammoth of a being for $1 million.
Yeah,
right?
so that's what happened to old Mark Hunt. If you don't know, everything got kind of pushed on the rug. But yeah, he signed the deal, and he come back. Well, brain damage and all this stuff.
That's
Well,
right.
dude,
I
you signed the
I
fucking
forgot about
contract
that.
saying that you'd fight him, and him not being in the testing pool.
And I think Chandler would too. I really do. First off, Chandler's a fucking psycho. Like he clear cut said that he wants to get paid, right?
Yeah.
And how do you get paid? You fight. You have to fight one of the big names.
Red
that still draws it.
Panty Night.
Red
It's
panty.
a
night,
red the
baby.
panty night.
Exactly. So I think he
They got
would
the
sign.
red
I bet you.
panties.
I bet you he doesn't get up in there. He's gonna fail the drug test afterwards because that's exactly how you found out that Lesnar, like how the public knew that he fucking,
Yeah.
even before the lawsuit, you know, his drug test came back fucking.
Yep.
It don't matter. It's all about money at that point.
Yeah.
You know, a fight that doesn't really count, which is kind of horseshit. How's that work for gambling? That has to change now that gambling is like a big deal across the United States, right? Where like so many states are involved, and
Yeah.
you might actually have to do it now. Like, because when Lesnar did that, sports. I'm not saying there wasn't sports gambling. It definitely wasn't statewide.
Yeah, it wasn't like it is now everywhere.
Right.
You know.
Now, I don't know, because even if Lesnar wins or whatever, he's still, or
Well-
let's say you do win, it's still not actually a win
Mhm.
when the test results come back. It gets pulled back,
Yeah.
right? Am I wrong?
And I think that's what happened is as soon as Mark Hunt went public with it, whatever, okay, no contest, but blackballed from the UFC, right? Cut, nothing, has nothing to do, out of the UFC, nothing, whatever. Of course, doesn't win in court because guess what,
Signed a
brother,
piece of paper.
your things on that. But I believe it was overturned.
Was he blackballed or brain damaged? You said he was brain damaged. Maybe he just can't fight
He
no
said he was brain damaged. Okay.
Oh, so we got John Jones over here with a record of 1-0. This is his 100th fight in the league.
But as somebody that I work with, my boss told me he should have known he was going to get it. So
Should have known.
could have prevented it.
Absolutely. And then my final one, Danny has more information on this one. We didn't know about it. Was the Heat tried to evidently trade for Kyrie in February?
Yeah.
Where'd you hear that? Where'd you get this? I like it.
God, where did it? I want to say it just came across like Bleacher Report or something the other day. But yeah, apparently they were wheeling and dealing and trying to get Kyrie early this year. And all I could think about is how much that would have changed things going, from then to NBA Finals, and how much he would have fucked that up, just to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, or he just wouldn't have been there, right? Like, as in, like, because there's no way he's not going to clash with Jimmy.
That's exactly
all
what I
in
mean.
buckets,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
he would have been like injured or whatever.
And they're very system based in
They
Miami,
are.
right?
They are. And
that's why they have one of the best coaches in the league. I don't think he could have fallen in line and done well with them.
I don't
That would have changed things dramatically.
think so.
And I think this is something that the Heat have been trying to do for a little bit now, because the Kyle Lowry experiment didn't work.
No.
If you remember, they went and acquired him right after they made their run. The Toronto Raptors made their run, did a sign and trade, bringing him in, and I think it just didn't quite work out. So I think, they thought of bringing in a point guard, kind of, a true point guard would fix a lot of issues for them.
Yeah.
The best shot you had with Kyrie being a part of a championship-winning team again is, and I don't know, he would either have to change his mentality altogether now, because he already got that swag. He got that swag with the Cavs, right? Like when they did get theirs, and all of a sudden he grew a sack, and I'm the man. I'm like, you didn't have a healthy year until LeBron came there. But either way, he'd have to change his mindset, because he is one of the best ball handlers, if not the best ball handler in the league.
Ever.
He is. Okay,
Ever.
absolutely. I'm with
Yeah.
you. I'm with you. And then I just didn't want to throw it completely out there like that, but he is. And then he has one of the best shots too, especially when he's on. Like they're all mid-range to three, everywhere in there. He's savvy with the ball underneath there. When his game is on, he's stupid. You can't. He's like a video game cheat code. He really is. But it's got to be up here, and then he's got to fall in line to a certain extent. You don't even have to go full bore or fall in line, but he just doesn't have it in him to do that. I don't know where that would be. Maybe like a Giannis-led team or no bullshit type of, like, maybe the Heat would have worked with like their system, but I don't know. I don't. The dude is different.
Yeah.
Right? He's different.
Yeah, I think it's just not going to work when he thinks he's going to be the guy. Success when LeBron came, and he led that. Then, Brooklyn didn't work out, but I think all three of them were trying to be the guy there. Didn't really work. I know it was the middle of the season, but it didn't work out with Dallas. But you got, the face of the franchise then you bring in a guy like him that's still trying to be the guy, so it really didn't work.
Yeah.
Don't forget Boston.
Yeah, the whole Boston deal. They had their guys coming up.
And it just
doing the thing.
And it was pretty supplanted in Boston too. You know,
and
they had
that's
their
where I'm
system
saying
at that
he's got to
point.
change his mindset. Like, it's not I'm the guy. It's like it's us guys. It's as a team. It's us.
Right.
We
not
you know.
just as a catchphrase either. Like
Right.
actually, you do stuff on the floor that shows that
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
And he did that. And he did that with the Cavaliers. But that's before he gained the healthiness and the swag of like I am this. Because then he started running his mouth. I don't know where else he could go. Wherever he's going, it's just about paydays at this point. Maybe you can compete. Maybe they catch fire at the right time. I'm not sure. I had one interesting one I want to give you, and I do believe it's on that. Is it Up in Smoke or whatever it is? The podcast with Steven Jackson and who's the other cat? Damn it. Barnes.
Yeah, Matt Barnes. Yep.
Matt Barnes. Mr. Steven or Mr. Wheezy F Baby was on there.
Okay.
A little goat talk.
And the F is forever.
They're high as shit, by the way.
Always.
Like on live?
Mike and Kobe. Okay, Brian done that shit. Like, it's very hard to do. Like, Brian had done that shit with 3 teams. That's right there. That's when I was like, regardless, he ain't got 6. I was like, but damn, he done it with 3 different teams.
Didn't get 6 though. That's the scary part.
Because you already know I was Jordan. I couldn't even have that conversation with me. It wasn't even a conversation. Until I had to really think, like, you know what? Slam's still in this.
20 years strong.
You know what I mean? Like, Slam is fucking amazing. He's been amazing every year. Ever since, like, he ain't never.
In his prime, always.
Yeah, like, when they be saying, you know, like, you need to retire on top.
Shit.
No, I'm saying, that's cliche. You need to retire on top to anyone. They be like, you need to retire on love, retire on top is the best way to go. Like, that Brian don't even know what the middle feel like. Right. So that nigga, that's all he ever been. Like, so that right there is just amazing. And off the court, you can't even, come on.
I'll be real honest. I can't understand what the fuck they're saying.
A high majority, right? But he's basically he said LeBron is number 1.
Oh, okay.
He
I
just
was
rating
gonna say, I
top
couldn't
3.
hear
It was LeBron, Jordan, Kobe.
Yeah, the Bronx.
Yeah, they're high as fuck. Like,
that's how
but he does say in there, he's like, oh, the retire on top. He's like, it's the old cliche, you should retire on top or whatever. He's like, and that's the main. It wasn't about the number 1, the ranking. Everyone has their own different ranking, and they have reasons. It's actually that part right there. Just when he drops that line, he's like, LeBron doesn't even know what the middle is. Like, he doesn't know what a fall off is. Like, his average, like, he's been that great for so long at what he does that you don't even know what a fall off is. A fall off for him is when he doesn't win a fucking championship, right? Or when he didn't make the playoffs, but his stats are still there. Like, that's what. I just thought it was pretty funny. But they were high as shit. That studio was pretty fucking.
It's interesting
Smoky.
you bring up a Wheezy video because I don't know if you saw this today too, but apparently Lil Wayne reached out to Skip Bayless to try to get in touch with Ja.
I told him last night. Yeah,
Yeah, and there was no response.
No response from his camp.
Like, you don't want to try, bro? Like, what the fuck? This guy lived the life that you were trying to act like you lived, right? Like,
Right.
and he can. Yeah, I know he went to college and stuff, so there's a little bit of a difference after that. But
So did John Morant.
but I mean, the man had to carry a gun to school, right? Because
Yeah.
shit was so rough when he
Yeah.
was a kid. So it's like he's been there, real there. And you got a guy that's made it, and he's out of that shit. He could help you. You don't even respond back. Like, there's nothing. I don't know how hard he's trying, bro.
Have we predicted how long he's going to get suspended for?
Interesting. They're going to come out with all the stuff, right?
Yeah.
The finals are over.
So the finals are over. What are we throwing out there before we wrap up our wonderful show? What are we throwing out there that that you believe is going to happen? What is his suspension going to look like?
Nothing. I think he's going to claim that fake gun bullshit. And how do you prove it wrong? Or how do you
Fake gun. What?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No. Whoa.
They said it was a toy gun.
Yeah, they said it was.
Shut up.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Yeah. They
Yeah.
come out and said that. Yeah, it was a toy.
It took him that long to say it? Like, why do you say it in the beginning?
Yeah.
Yeah, they come out and said it was a toy gun.
Yep.
Who said that? His
His
camp?
camp,
His
his
camp,
camp
yeah.
come out and said it was a toy camp.
After-
100, that was legit.
After he issued the apology. though.
Motherfucker, he was way too. We've been beating up on him. He's innocent.
Hold on, you guys saw the video, right?
Yeah.
How quick did that motherfucker throw the camera down when he realized that Ja had a gun?
Yeah.
That went down immediately.
Yeah.
But it was a toy gun.
It was a toy.
Hey, he
you know?
didn't want to be
Right. He didn't want to. Yeah.
What?
Misled.
I didn't, I'm
Misleading.
He's got a.
I didn't know
Okay.
this.
Yeah.
I did not see this.
Let's take that. Let's act like it was a toy gun, right? Let's take that for a second. Is that not worse? Like, you think this is a joke, so you're gonna fucking like at that point, it's you legit think this is a joke, so you're playing with toy guns in videos.
Dude, the very first thing
That's
I think
worse.
of, if it is, I'm just thinking like some
rap?
true thug stuff, like
rap?
it's like Cheddar Bob.
I got a Mac. I got a Mac 10 that looks just like a BB gun. If
What's-
I shot your bitch, it might not even break the skin.
What's that? The white guy that they want to pretend that he's out in the hood or whatever.
Weird Alkovich.
No. It's a movie or whatever, and they
Oh,
He was-
Malibu's Most Wanted.
Malibu's
Most
Most
Oh,
Wanted.
yes.
You shot me in the ass with a harpoon.
That's so perfect.
You show up with a
I honestly
trumpet.
did not know that. You guys just broke
Yeah.
that to me. I didn't know that. First off, why didn't you say that right in the first place?
Yeah, no
you know,
shit.
Like, you done fucked up now. Like, hold on. You apologized too already.
Yeah.
Shit is wild.
You also went to some version of a. Didn't he go to like some psychiatric thing for like a day?
Yeah.
yeah,
For a day.
Yeah.
I didn't say
Literally
he tried
like a
real
day.
hard, but
Maybe
If he-
maybe 23
but
hours.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if it was a toy gun, are you going to get psychiatric shit?
Right.
I got you. But how long you think?
50.
50 games?
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Myles?
1 year.
Okay. I hope so. I think that's the only way he changes shit if it's something like
Yep.
that. But
10 to 20 and a bunch of charity stuff.
Yeah, that forced charity's a crock of shit. Though.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But
hopefully,
yeah, I know, I get what you're saying. Like that's
Yeah.
what they would do.
Yeah.
But that forced charity stuff, it was like whenever the heavy race stuff was going on, someone slipped up, they made them,
Yeah.
you know, like that.
Donate to the Black Lives of America.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
throw the fine,
Yeah.
throw them a huge ass fine because that's where it's gonna hurt. It's you pay, and then you took the fine from you distribute it to
Yeah.
whatever charity.
Yeah, he's
you know
gonna
what
go
I'm
with
saying?
the
Yeah.
NRA.
But
Right.
like to actually force like that. Okay, you know what? Since
like
it goes
it.
there.
I like it.
He's gonna donate.
I'm actually leaning more towards the year. I think Adam Silver is tired of it. Like he has this is like a black eye. And evidently we don't, and there's other stuff that we don't know about, right? Like the stuff that he wanted to wait until after the final. So I'm interested to see what that is.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the kicker, really.
Whatever extra was up in there. Right?
Yeah.
I think he needs to set a precedent right here. The players love him, and I think most of the players would back him in this one. Like, hold on. You've had all the opportunity. We've given you every fucking warning in the world. We've given you a slap on the wrist, everything, and you still just spit back in our face. They want to protect their league, too. Believe it or not, the NBA players want to protect their league also, if you're going to be out there and be stupid. I think he lays the hammer. I think it's going to be that year.
So does he get a Deshaun Watson type suspension? Like, hey,
I'm
you
not
still-
saying
you make all these millions, but you don't get it until you come back.
I'm not saying that it can't, like, be, brought back some, like, after the initial ruling. Like, you go and appeal it and shit. I'm saying the initial ruling.
Didn't the Players Association say they stood behind the NBA in this one?
Yes.
So I don't even know if they would appeal anything. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I don't think so, but
It didn't sound like it, at least, right?
So
Wow, that boy's gonna be gone for a while. Memphis dropping. Somebody's gonna take their spot in the playoffs next year.
Dallas, baby. Let's go. Shut up.
Well,
Fuck
with all
up.
that time off,
What?
Shut the. You about try to say Minnesota Timberwolves.
Timberwolves.
Shut
Them
the fuck
Wolves,
up.
baby.
They fucked up fucking getting two big ass dudes.
Yeah, they got to get rid of Cat before they're gonna.
I
do
think
it.
it's
One of them.
Cat.
Did you see him? He's like, I want to be remembered as the guy, big man who changed the game. I'm like, you're not even close. So
No, there's
What
no
the
point of
fuck?
your game that you changed.
yeah,
anything.
you haven't changed
You're-
anything. So
You are part of the
clock's
middle
ticking.
of this game right now. The middle of this new game.
Yeah,
That the big man shoots three. Like literally, the dude that changed that versions of that would be like Dirk. You know, shit like that, where
Yeah.
you had to respect that three from a 7'1" center. Right?
yeah.
Yeah, you didn't change it.
I
You're
thought
not
it was a-
changing shit.
Let me put one more thing on the table. Dame's going to Miami. Okay,
Who?
I'm gonna say this right now.
You're putting it
That's where Dame's
on the
going.
record.
Yeah, Miami just lost the finals. Pat is gonna fucking figure it out, and he's going to Miami. Dame listed his house. I don't know if you saw that.
Did he?
Yeah. So something's going on. He's gonna go somewhere, and I'm saying Miami's the spot.
Okay.
Ooh, I like the Lakers then.
Nah, they're doing a sign and trade for Kyrie, baby.
I think
Uh,
I like it. I think
Fuck, that would be nuts. Actually,
he's like Kyrie's like, I didn't even think about Miami.
shit. dog.
You know what? I could be so much closer to the flat Earth.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Dude, once
Yeah.
the government just goes ahead and tells this guy he's been right, he's like, all right, now let's play ball.
Right. Averaging a triple double this
You're
one.
right.
It's like
Absolutely.
me. It's just like me. Okay,
Now
we can go back.
All right,
to
now
the
you
line.
admitted everything. Fuck.
I've
That's
been-
the only thing that was in my way.
And then I'm gonna be like, I would be so pissed. You mean to tell me I was right this whole fucking time?
Yeah.
What else?
that's true.
Well, one of you guys have it make sense?
Are the Smurfs real?
I don't tonight.
Is it
I don't have anything.
is it Bernstein? Bernstein? What is it?
Oh, it's the Berenstain Bears, not the Berenstein Bears. No, it's the Berenstein Bears, not the Berenstain Bears. Another Mandela effect. It was a big one. Look at a world map right now and tell me that South Africa was not farther into North America than it is now. Google it, for real. Look.
Well, they do constantly move. That
No,
one,
no. Not the old ones that we looked at, don't. If I go grab an old risk board, it's
What am
moved.
I looking up? What am I looking up while you're
Look at a map of the what do you
World
call
map?
it? Yeah,
Look
look
up
at the
world
world
map.
map right now, and it is nothing like what I remember it being as a kid.
Yeah, you've also done a lot more extracurriculars since then.
Your brain has shifted. Myles.
You're right. I do. I have one if you guys don't. I want to see what he's talking about quick.
Look at that. Look at that.
What do you say about that?
No,
what do you
go
think?
to this one. Go to this one right here. That's
do you
a good
think,
one.
though?
That's a good one. Dude, it used to be more directly over this way, not that close to those two countries. Because if they were, I would have took my fingers and bounced back and forth.
When's the last time you looked at a map?
Dude, I am not lying to you.
Right, but
You know, I
has
feel-
it been like 12 years since you looked at a globe or something?
Hold on.
whoa,
We'll go.
I'm still
we'll
trying
go
to
off
find out
air.
that.
We'll go off air with that. I'm a little on board with what he's saying. It feels like Russia and everything's like lower on this one. At least on this one, I'm bringing up.
They're damn near touching each other now. You mean to tell me I can jump
Maybe.
across?
Maybe it was there. You jump across, you dipshit. What? There's your make sense.
Yeah.
I'd step right over there. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
God damn it. Well, maybe I was wrong. Maybe Russia wasn't as far up there as what I thought. How about
Yeah.
that?
See, now they're really close to invading us.
They are practically connected. You know that there is like a point where they could almost they could throw a rock over, right?
Now
To Canada.
that they
And
moved the maps
you know
on.
that-
Alaska, right?
They moved the map.
Yeah, what
Something
was
like
that stretch of land that used to go from Alaska to Russia? Forget what that was called, but before.
Yeah, that used to be an ice
Alaska-
field between them.
Yeah.
Alaska
It's melted
to
away,
Russia?
but yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you used to be able to just fucking
Walk, yeah.
it. So,
Whoa.
so yeah, we're gonna go with this one.
You have some good ones, Jimmy. Go ahead.
We brought. We're going with this one because we just heard about it. I told you before before we started. So inappropriate
The Bering Strait. That's what that fucker's called.
Bering Strait. Okay.
Yep.
It's Pride Month. You can't say that.
Yeah, they're gonna have to change that name.
The Bering's crooked.
What?
The bearing is out.
Inappropriate requests from your city officials.
Oh shit.
Okay. So
Such a thing?
there's of a town. There's a mayor, a police chief, and they just so happen to bat for the other team, as in they're
What do you
gay.
mean? Oh, dude, it's Pride Month.
Absolutely.
That's
That's the reason why I'm telling this story.
Celebrate.
Because this
Oh,
happens.
we're celebrating.
This happens for literally against anybody and everybody, right? So, no, the part that I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm getting at.
Yep.
So, and then there's a city official that also either bats for that team fully or at least is on that fence where it teeters.
Right.
Okay. So, police chief sends a cock shot
Whoa. A wiener pick.
to the to the city official. Now, this is the way I understand the story. Okay. Sends one because, whatever. Must have been digging it, but also at some point, somehow, the mayor finds out. And not to, like, try to stop this and, like, hey, hold on, we're big leaguers. We can't be doing shit like that. No. Evidently, contacted the police chief and asked, where's my cock shot at?
Interesting.
He's like, no, I'm not doing that. So obviously there was an attraction between the police chief and the city official, but not the mayor.
Yes.
The mayor, evidently, there was, I think you know a little bit more about what ended up happening on that part.
Must have withheld some raises and stuff like that he was supposed to get.
Yeah, raises and the shit that was supposed to come along those ways. Well, eventually got fired. The police chief got fired. Well, they are suing the mayor for sexual harassment.
Mayor and the city, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you vote for this mayor?
No, I was. It isn't
as soon
anywhere
as
near
Jimmer,
us.
as soon as Jimmer heard, he packed up his things as quick as he could.
I wondered why. Okay.
Headed
no.
Over. I'm not a resident or was a resident of any time in which the election was going on of any particular town.
You just got there
that could be
fast.
anywhere in the
Right.
world.
You just got there as
it
fast
could
as
be
you could.
Anywhere in the world. My point is to make sense that if you don't think about it is. And we joke about it, but it's being dead serious. It's 2023.
Right.
How many examples do you need to see to not be inappropriate? Like beyond,
No
you know
doubt.
what I'm getting at? Like,
Don't send wiener pics. Show them in person. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
don't text.
well, when
shit lasts
he
forever.
said no, don't take it so goddamn
Rookie.
offensive and make it obvious.
Yeah.
By withholding goddamn raises. Everyone else is getting a goddamn raise around here, not the police chief. Gee, I wonder what's going on here.
But you won't give me one, so I won't give you one.
Right, you didn't give me a raise, I ain't giving you one.
I think he just wanted to see what he's competing against.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But he didn't give him a raise, so he didn't
No.
care for him.
Let's call him and ask him. See, you think they
Hey,
we get an interview?
sir, or ma'am.
But just insane to me. That's
That's wild.
It's around. We'll just say it's around Iowa. Just shocking when it comes closer to home than finding out this is like in California or
home?
Texas.
Who's home?
Nobody's. We're all of our home. We're in Iowa, Chris.
Wait, this isn't Kentucky.
Weird.
Oh, that's where we start claiming that shit. That's almost like Big Nate telling me he's from Louisiana. Brother, you have lived up here 90% of your life. You are an Iowan.
Yeah. Okay, Sharp.
you
I'm
go.
from the Loop. Dude, you from
You're
Forest
Forest City.
City, Iowa, brother.
he
You've
said-
been here 30-something years. You're from Forest City, Iowa.
He said-
Right.
yeah, he said the Lou, and I'm like, you're from Louisville? Nah.
There's a time frame on that, right? If you spend over half your
Oh.
life somewhere, you are there.
Oh, for
right?
sure. Yeah.
Like you can say, hey, this is where I was born.
What
you
about the
know?
day
That's where
when
I
the
was
time
raised.
is the same?
But you are a Minnesotan. You are an Iowan. You are a whatever you spend most of your life in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
It's just weird that would like that seems like a California thing, right?
Right.
Not a North Iowa, west of Clear Lake, about 20 minutes thing. I don't understand.
Right.
It doesn't seem like something that would happen over there.
Right.
Definitely in
Rhymes with
these.
But
Fit.
what
Nice.
rhymes with fit.
Nice quiet town.
Could not be red and white colors. I don't know.
There's a lot of
That
that don't narrow down. Thankfully, there's a lot of red and white.
Explains
Right.
why they
Not
had,
Algona, but not Garner. But
they had the
somewhere
male
in
strippers there.
What? I'm not. We're not saying the name.
Right. By the way, that reminds me. This summer,
Not
make sure you
Wesley.
check out Hobo Days.
Yeah.
In North
It's not
Iowa.
hobo days. It's
It'll be.
it is new pronounced.
The days of the ways. The days of the ways.
It definitely makes sense. You don't think about it, man. Grow up.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jesus.
Good Lord. Use Snapchat or something.
Yeah,
Fuck, come on. man.
Right.
What a rit.
All right. Well, those of you beautiful people that found us on the interwebs, be sure to like, subscribe, share the whole 9 yards. We really appreciate it. But speaking of that, Jimmer, where's the podcast available?
Anywhere and everywhere podcasts are available. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.
YouTube.
God damn it.
100%. Make sure you check it out. And as you guys can tell, we love to tell a good story, even if we're hinting at, maybe where the story is located. To be honest with you, it's
But
a
you
good
don't
time.
really.
Yeah,
right?
but you don't really.
Really?
Yeah, it could be totally in southern Iowa. We don't really know.
Right. Or where someone at this table lives. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's hard to say. But if you've got a good story to tell us, be sure to go ahead and slide on in.
To our DMs, get us those stories. We'll get it out to all the folks that want to hear it. We can omit names, maybe. Change towns, places, whatever you need. We can omit. So,
Hey,
but we like to get those stories and get them out to all the folks that want to
My
hear
man
them.
Michael Borney gave me that story in the very first place, and then it all unfolded.
And folded right in your backyard, huh?
It did.
What are you smiling about over there?
Does that door still close?
What door?
The back door.
Jesus. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for listening. This is Free Gig Sports.
We out. Discussions, I've been writing, I love it.